So today I'm going to talk about what I think about heavy metal and the people in it today. As a former metalhead, I think I would know a little bit about something, and it's just my views on what I feel what it's about. So, I still listen to metal, but I mean, I'm not crazy about it as much as I used to. I'm more into like the punk and 90s alternative stuff right now. So, times have changed. Where can we start with? Well, most musicians that I've seen and most metalheads they want to be taken so seriously. It's so stupid. You should have fun. Not every song needs to be about how brutal you can be or how metal you can be or how serious that's one of the reasons why I started doing comedy songs and stuff, because it's I just did songs that I just I like doing, or I think it's funny, I think it's fun. Not everything has to be super serious. Number two, wardrobe. They always dress the same. Everybody has the same wardrobe. It's the tight black pants. It's always the band T-shirt. It's the long hair. It's everything. And I got really sick of it to the point where I would go to the whiskey, and on purpose I would wear cargo shorts, just to look different from everyone else and to be comfortable. But everyone was wearing tight black pants, and they had either the black sneakers or the military boots or something like that. And even when I made friends in junior high and high school, it's we have this in common, we have the same music taste, but you can't be listening to this other music, which I listen to a lot of things. I listen to Madonna, I listen to the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, I like Lady Gaga, I like Lorde, I like different types of stuff. I liked old Eminem. But when I was hanging out with my friends in junior high, it was okay, but you can't listen to that crap. Metal is so self-absorbed sometimes, because they blame other genres from including them in say the Grammys or the VMAs, or just being respected as a genre itself. I kind of feel it's sort of excluding itself sometimes. They just want to stay where they're at. Another thing is again, going back to these bands today, is that they don't want to expand the genre. They just want to do what was cool 20 years ago, and that's metal to them, or what was fun 10 years ago, instead of moving on. Instead of continuing the book and writing a new chapter of your own, you just keep rewriting the same chapter. It's just baloney. When I was in bands, I wanted to combine genres. I wanted to combine elements of punk and obviously metal and maybe some electronic music and some hip hop beats. But the people that I would say that to, they would either be too scared to do it because they're afraid they're gonna get they're gonna expose themselves, and then people are not gonna like them for that, and then people are just gonna make fun of them forever. They don't want that. Millennials don't want that. It was either that, or people thought my friends thought that was stupid. That was a stupid idea, or some just weren't really into it. They didn't want to combine stuff and they didn't want to do something new, because doing something new and doing something that's never done before, it can be scary. It's a scary thing to do, and then once you actually do it, it's oh my god, what am I doing? This is either going to be very memorable and people are going to like it, or people are just going to hate it altogether. And when I do like and when I go up and I do my own different types of music, yeah, it is a hit or miss, but I know people are going to remember me for like the rest of the night, at least compared to the other acts. Just keep that in mind. If you want to start something new, don't be afraid to fail for that. And like, yeah, like maybe someone's going to think you look stupid or dress stupid, but eventually people are going to grow in. Some people are going to grow into that, and they're going to start to like you. And then you're going to find those ones that will like you immediately the second they see you, because you're different and you're something they haven't seen before. Yeah, I stopped dressing in all black. I wear more colors now. I've had ideas to do with my hair. I mean, I'm still going to grow it back long, but I'm not going to it's not going to be like the typical long looking hair, I don't think. I don't know, we'll see. You don't have to do the metal chains. You don't have to do any of that stuff. There's bands that I know out there, and it's like, some of them are really, and you know who you are, you're really into like the 80s stuff, and I used to be into that stuff too, and then you forget there's other types of music that's out there, and we're never gonna go back to what something was once cool. Like, we're never gonna go back, we're always gonna continue on when it comes to music and life in general. Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, you don't need to be that stuff. Like, that stuff's already been done, okay? Like, the reason why a lot of these guys partied and drank every day, and like, you know, because Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses did it. Again, you're rewriting an old chapter. And all these people would dress like them, they would try to sound like them, they say their music was original when it was super repetitive, and it just sounded like, you know, again, going back to when they want to be taken seriously. Here's the thing, no one's gonna take you seriously at all, especially in the beginning. No one's gonna take you seriously. This is 2017, and rock and roll and metal is not popular. No one buys music anymore, like, you know, especially when your music's repetitive and you just look like all the other old acts. That's the question every metalhead asks: how more metal can I be? I don't know, just go the other direction, do the opposite of metal. That's the most metal you can be, or most rock and roll you can be. And those bands are so trying to desperately be like the old bands because they did it that way. Well, that was 30 years ago. Like, you know, like, times have changed. You have to move on with the times. I think Billy Corgan once says, like, do what you love to do, but you have to keep up with the times. My philosophy is always sound like newer, just like not really modern, because sometimes with modern music it will change dramatically, and then you're just constantly trying to keep up with it. Just do something that's far out there. Like, that's what I want to do. Or at least I'll try to find people that do that with. Musicians today are not very motivated and don't want to practice like 4 or 5 times a week like I want to do. When you go to shows, metal musicians are constantly judging other bands. You don't play fast, so you suck. You know, you don't play in drop C or drop B, so you suck. They're constantly judging like the singer, the guitar player, or the drummer as like, oh, his fills suck. Like, oh, his drum kit is horrible. It's only like a simple setup. Or that's just one thing they do out of a lot of things that they do. It's what it is. What it is. Like, metal's still cool, but guys, if you want to like continue with metal, you got to do something new with it. I'm thinking of names, but I don't want to name any names right now. But like, most of you guys that I've met and I've seen you play, like, do something completely new and different. Okay, that's how people are gonna know you, and work on that, and just have fun with it. A lot of the things you're doing is just something that's already been done, and it's not really good, and probably not gonna make money off of it unless you're gonna be in a tribute band, which that's fine. It gets really cliche when people start playing covers of their favorite bands, like, on stage, instead of playing something completely like obscure and funny. Instead of playing a Guns N' Roses song or an Iron Maiden song, how about playing maybe a Britney Spears song or a Lady Gaga song? That would be interesting to watch. I'd want to watch that. I've seen It's So Easy played like the same exact way. It's, who cares? I was like, oh, I wrote this song about a girl, and like, you know, it's just about partying. It's like, yeah, I liked the song before when it was called Night Train. It's like, yeah, man, we gotta live in Hollywood, and we gotta drink Jack Daniels, and we gotta party all the time. We gotta play the Whiskey and the Roxy and the Troubadour, and like, we gotta go hang out at the Rainbow, because that's what Guns N' Roses did. We gotta wear cowboy boots, and we gotta like, you know, dress this way, and we gotta sound this way. I've seen so many people on the streets of Hollywood who 20 Nikki Sixx lookalikes, and maybe like 10 different Axl Rose sound-alikes. Some of them sound good, but like, it's, again, not original. I hope that was really informing for you guys. If I missed anything, like, you can just write in the comment section, and then I'll do something about it. Okay, thanks for watching. Punk. No, I'm kidding. Comedy.